If you gave somebody $5 million, do you think that's enough to be set for life?
You're not set with $5 million.
Yes, you are!
For how long?
Your life!
No, $5 million is not good for your life.
Are you serious?
I would trade $5 million in for 5 million blessings.
$5 million is not enough.
That all depends on your spending habits.
This day and age, no. It can get you places and do a lot. Maybe it's just my lifestyle and the way that I live and stuff.
Like, for me, I need to keep going, so I want more. I think $5 million is just a good start.
Last one.
After taxes or before?
For my dad, oh yeah. He'll be fine for the next 30, 40 years. For me, I don't know. Probably maybe like 7.
If you gave somebody $5
Hey, it's Antoine Williams. This is the E-Nation YouTube channel. The date is August 23rd, 2025, and we're back with another video. Been gone for a while. I went back home, got my motorcycle, visited family, and I stayed a little bit longer than I expected because I went to Caravana. And I didn't have my PC running my recording stuff, so I couldn't make any videos while I was there. So, but I did see some videos that I thought, oh, these would be good to react to. This one is $5 million enough to be set for life. Yes, for the majority, like, there's not a human being on the planet that can't survive on $5 million. To be set for life with $5 million currently. Like, I don't know, like USD, like 5 million USD. Like, the thing is, which it's about lifestyle. Like, even if you're 10 right now, or even if you're a 10-year-old and someone gives you $5 million, that's a lot of money. Like, you can be set for life on that. It's all about budgeting. Like, if you take the $5 million, like, that's why they say, like, fool and their money is soon separated, or whatever the saying is. A fool and their money are soon, like, basically a fool is quick to lose their money. Like, you can give someone who's an idiot as much money as you want to give them. Like, they might just do drugs and kill themselves with the money. Like, you have to be intelligent to hold money, or wise, or you have to, like, learn from your mistakes. If you have $5 million, there's so many things you can do to, like, I was just looking at the comments. I was reading the comments while I was watching the video before I started this up. And just that, people are like, well, you can invest in this, you can invest in that, and you'll get, like, a return every year, and you can literally live off the return. And then there's, like, what I was thinking was, like, $5 million, like, all you have to, like, it's just numbers. Like, it's like, okay, well, how much does that mean I can live off a year if I live to this point? What would I spend that money on? Like, where would I live? What would I do? Like, $5 million is enough to maneuver. Like, a normal, like, I was thinking that, like, I'm going to calculate it right now. Let's see, calculator. Okay, so let's say you want to live in, like, let's say you're going to live in a house in the U.S. Now, you don't need to have the most expensive house in the world. Like, there's plenty of houses you can get. Like, especially, like, I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. You can get a house pretty reasonably there. But let's say, like you're gonna live somewhere in the U.S. where you're gonna be comfortable or whatever. Maybe you won't be near your family because maybe your family lives in an expensive place. So let's say you're not gonna do that. So let's say you're just gonna live somewhere that's comfortable. So let's say maybe you pay $200K for your house today. You know what I mean? So 200. So that's $200K for your house. Okay, so how much are you going to pay? Like, let's say like, we're talking 40 years. Let's say you're going to live another 40 years for this example. So 200K for the house. Let me use a calculator. Let me use Notepad to put all these notes in. 200K. So 200K for the house. Let's say it's like $5,000 a year, and which I'm being like, this probably isn't likely. But let's say $5,000 a year for repairs for 40 years. How much is that times 40? 5,000 times 40 is another 200,000. So 200,000. Okay, and these are just guesses, so don't like cook me for trying to assume for 40 years the way things are going to cost. I'm just trying to give an idea of what to expect. So that's 400K for just the house and repairs to the house. Now, like I don't know off the top of my head. But let's say that I don't know how much insurance and like, let's say taxes and insurance, and let's say utilities, taxes, insurance. How much would that be a month for, like, internet, insurance, whatever streaming services you're gonna have, all of that, like your phone bill. Let's add all that together right now: phone bill, internet, insurance on the house, and taxes on the house. How much is that going to be a month, realistically? Like water bill, gas bill, all the utilities on the house. What realistically is that going to be on a house? I'm going to say $1,000 a month. So $1,000 a month times 12, so that's $12,000 a year times 40 years. Holy, yeah, okay, this is adding up. And so it's $480,000. 1, 2, 3. Now, so your house is now taken care of. You got taxes on the house paid off. You got repairs on the house done. You got insurance. This is all for life. Like, so let's say you're gonna live another 40 years. Like, okay, so all that's taken care of. Now we got to do, let's say like miscellaneous, like going out to eat, going out on vacations, like all stuff like that. Driving, like having a car, like stuff like that. Let's say, and see, like in this example, like there's plenty of places you can live where you can just do public transportation. You don't need a car. You don't work. Well, like you have $5 million. Why do you need a car? You know what I mean? You can figure stuff. You can literally have you can literally live near a grocery store. You can just Uber there and back for food. You can Instacart. Plenty of options. So let's assume that, like, for fun, for food, for anything else in life, let's say it's going to be like $2,000 a month times 12 times 40. Wow. Stuff adds up. So spending $2,000 a month on, wow, this really, I started this video thinking, oh, it's simple, $5 million, of course you can live off that. But when you multiply things by a long time, it actually adds up. I just said $2,000 for, like food, fun, anything else. And it did add up to, for over 40 years, it added up to $960,000. Okay, so let's add all these numbers together. We got food and fun, we got utilities and everything on the house, we got the house, and we got, I forget what this other $200,000 was for. I think it was for repairs to the house. So let's add this all together. 200,000 plus 200,000 plus 480,000 plus 960,000 is $1,840,000. 1,840. 2, 3. Okay, so 5 million, which is how much you were given, minus 1,840,000. Or yeah, 1,840,000. You would have 3,160,000 left. So that's my whole, anybody, so I just listed off, like, a reasonable lifestyle for 40 years where you can have a house, you can eat, and you can go out and enjoy your life. And like, and it was, and I didn't even spend half the money. So anyone sitting here saying, oh, 5 million, that's not like, okay, well, I guess everybody else has their different standards of living and what they want. But let's not act like it's not possible. Oh, like $5 million, come on, be reasonable. Like I said, like I was pretty frugal. So if you wanted, let's say you want to spend like, 20,000, 1, 2, 3, every 5 years on a car for 40 years. What would that look like? So, what did I say? 20,000 every 5 years. So that would be, what is that? 8 times over the 40 years. 21, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 8 times. So 20,000 times 8 would be $160,000. So if you want to take a $3,160,000, so you'd still have $3,100,000 if you want to be able to drive around. Then obviously you got to add in what gas is going to cost and insurance for that, but you'd still have over $2 million, like a little under $3 million left on this. So yeah, anyone saying that $5 million is not enough, it's like you're not being reasonable with your numbers, or you're not, like, I guess you just want whatever. If you want a super inflated lifestyle, go ahead and work for it. But like, if someone gives you 5 million, you should be set. There's people, and just like, this really shows that people just don't think it through, because let's see, if you make 70, let's say you make 75,000 a year. I'm gonna Google what the average salary in the U.S. is. Average U.S. salary 2025. The average salary, the median household income is 87,000. Let's see. Projected annual salary. Yeah, they're saying the average medium household income is 78,000. But, like, you know, I'm talking about for one person. So for one person, it says the projected annual salary for median weekly earnings is 62K. So let's say, like you know, married people. So they're like, when it's median household, that's going to include, like, you know, if you're married or whatever, or if, like, you know, household, that could be like a bunch of people in the house. So, but the average salary for one person is 62K. So let's count this out. So 62K a year times 40 is $2,480,000. So we'll try and count that. So even though it's kind of crazy, like the lifestyle that the lifestyle that I talked about, a person could do literally on just making 62K a year. But then again, like, I don't know, you gotta include you gotta pay taxes on the money you receive. But still, because mine was like 1 million something, so even with paying taxes, you could actually do the lifestyle I was talking about, like as a single person. But yeah, a big problem people run into is they just they get in over their heads, they spend too much money, and you end up in a situation where you just can't, like, you end up living paycheck to paycheck. I'd say you always want to live a couple steps below your means so that you can be comfortable. And if that means, like, spending a little less on things, being a little more on top of, like, what you're spending your money on, you're just counting it out like I just did, I think that's worth doing. But yeah, let's read the comments on this. Someone said, shit, that's more than enough for me. Buy off a house worth 400K, live off 8,000 for the next 30 years, too easy. Yeah, I mean, I said a much lower number on paying for the house, but still. And some, man, it sounds good, but in reality, that 400K house is going to cost you around 8K in just property taxes per year. Then there's maintenance to that property, also living expenses, fuel, food, and other. Okay, so he's literally listing what I said. But you seen I ran the numbers. So maybe on a 400K house it wouldn't work, but on a 200K it seemed like it was fine. Someone said that's 200 to 500K yearly without touching it. Heck yeah, that's enough. A lot of people were saying that. They were saying that, like, you can invest it. I'm not really, like, honestly, that's why I didn't really talk about that too much, because I'm not really sold on that, because I always get, like, whenever you invest, you're at, like, even though people say, oh, investing, like, you invest and you make money, it's like, okay, but, like, you could wake up one day and, like, all your investments, like, you know, went down. It's not, like, guaranteed money. So, like, I don't know, like, I'm more into, like, the idea of, like, you have money, you spend it, you know what I mean? Then, like, I don't know, I don't know much about investing, but maybe when I'm older I'll understand it a little bit better. But yeah, I think I'll make this video if I can. It's not gonna be just me talking. I'm not sure yet, but you may have been just watching me on the motorcycle. I rode through Niagara Falls while I was there. I wanted to go to Clifton Hill, but I didn't, because my stepdad was complaining because my car wasn't inspected, and I could get a ticket. So I told him, like, if you'll stop talking to me about it, I'll stop riding the thing. Because once I get out of New York State, it doesn't matter. But in New York State, my car's not inspected, I can get tickets. But now that it's here in San Antonio, I will definitely ride it around, get some more footage. There should be footage on this video. If not, it'll just be me talking. But yeah, I'm very glad to have my motorcycle here now. I'm gonna be making my way. I'm gonna do some recording in San Antonio. I'm gonna be making my way to New Orleans pretty soon. My lease is up. I'm gonna go move to New Orleans, and I'll definitely ride around there, get some more footage. And I have a good little backlog of videos I can react to. I'm glad to be back. There's a YouTuber I liked a lot. He unfortunately passed away recently. King Cobra JFS. I used to watch him years ago, and, like, I think there's a channel called, like, Boglin Chronicles, where people, like, they would, like, cut up his live stream and like make fun of it, kind of like make fun of the stuff he would say or things he would do, and people in the comments will be like, "Oh wow, like stuff he's doing is so ridiculous," or this and that. But honestly, like I liked his like watching it that way. I liked it. It was funny. It was very different, and it's like what a lot of people are saying now, which is what I thought, which is what I thought then. I think like he didn't seem like a bad person. It's just his lifestyle was just so friggin' like incredible. Like you look and be like, oh my god, this dude's drinking again. Oh, he's talking about this again. Like it's almost like you're just hanging out with him and you're watching him, and then like things would happen, and you'd be like, oh wow, I think this is gonna happen with this, or wow, this is funny if this happened with this. Oh, he's bringing this up. Like I enjoyed watching him. I'm sad that he's passed away in his 30s. Like because of the way he drinks and stuff, I didn't think he was gonna make it to old age, but I did not think it was gonna be this soon. I did not expect that. So it's unfortunate. I'm gonna miss watching his content stuff. But life goes on. All we can do is just try to keep going. Just try to make the best. Just so you'll be grateful for the time you got. But yeah, like I said, today's August 8th, 2025. I'm glad to be back, and I'll see you guys in the next one.